Hey there and welcome. Today, we are going to crack the code on the whole hiring process. We're going to translate all that corporate jargon so you can walk into your next job hunt feeling way more confident. Let's get right into it.
Right? You've definitely been there, scrolling through a job post and it feels like you're trying to read a completely different language. But what if we could break that code down into simple, easy-to-understand pieces, kind of like building blocks?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. Together, we're going to build a solid foundation of knowledge, piece by piece, just to make this whole thing feel a lot less scary and way more doable.
So, where does this all even start? Well, before you ever see a job posting, the company has to lay its own foundation. Let's take a look at the starting line from their side of the table.
Our very first building block is the word recruit. Now, the official textbook definition is to enlist or seek out potential employees. You can think of this as the first command in the company's grand plan.
But let's put that in plain English. Recruiting isn't just sitting back and waiting for people to show up. No way. The company is actively hunting for talent, a lot like a pro sports team that's scouting for its next superstar player.
Okay, the next absolutely crucial block in this foundation is the job description. This is basically the company's master plan. It details every single thing they are looking for in their perfect candidate.
A great way to think about it is like this. The job description is their detailed shopping list or the actual blueprint. So your job, as the applicant, is to read it super carefully and see how well your skills match up with what's on their list. All right, so the company's got its blueprint all mapped out. And now the spotlight shifts over to you. This is the part where you officially get in the game and start placing your own blocks on the board.
And that brings us to our next key term, applicant. You know, the formal definition is pretty simple. It's just a person who makes a formal request for a job. The second you send in that resume, you officially get this title.
Yep, it's really that straightforward. Once you hit that submit button on the application, bam! Congratulations, you are now an applicant. You're a key piece in this whole construction project, and the company's attention is now on you.
So your application is in the system. What happens next? Well, the next step is called screening. This is the very first filter, where the company starts sifting through all the applicants to see who might actually be a good fit.
The best way to picture this is like a giant sorting machine. A lot of the time, it's actually software scanning resumes for keywords that match the job description. They're just trying to quickly find the blocks that have the right shape to even be considered for the next stage.
All right, so if your block made it through that first big sort, things start to get real. This is where the company takes a much closer look at the potential candidates to see how they might actually connect with the rest of the team.
And the number one tool for this closer look, you guessed it, the interview. That formal meeting where they're really trying to assess your suitability and, get to know the actual person behind the piece of paper.
You really have to think of the interview as a live test. I mean, they've already read your resume. Now they want to see your personality, how you solve problems, how you think on your feet. It's all about how you'd actually work as part of the team.
Okay, so let's say you absolutely nailed the interview. What's next? Well, the company might want to check your background. And here, two terms pop up that sound similar but are different: reference check and vetting. Both are about making sure you are who you say you are.
So here's the easy way to remember it. A reference check is about your past performance. They're going to call your old boss and ask, hey, were they a good employee? Vetting, on the other hand, is a much deeper dive. It's a more formal background check to make sure there are no hidden red flags.
Okay, take a deep breath. You made it. You got through the screening. You aced the interviews. You passed the background checks. We are at the finish line now, where the final decisions get made and the build is almost complete.
And the next pivotal piece, the one everyone is waiting for, is the offer letter. This isn't just a casual, hey, you're hired. This is the formal, official document that lays out all the critical details of your potential new job.
This is it. This is the big yes in black and white. It's the final blueprint for your role, confirming your salary, your start date, your title, the whole deal, right there on paper, just waiting for your signature.
This leads us to the final two blocks that truly complete the entire structure. First, the company makes the decision to hire you. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Next comes the really important step of onboarding.
So let's break that down, because they're not the same thing. Hiring is the decision. It's that moment they officially choose you. Onboarding is the entire process that comes after that. It's the welcome, the training, the paperwork, everything that helps you plug into the company culture and really hit the ground running. And just like that, look at what we've built.
From recruiting all the way to onboarding, we piece together the entire hiring process. You've built a really solid foundation of understanding, and now the blueprint is in your hands. So I've got one last question, and this one's for you. Now that you can actually read the blueprint, where are you going to focus your energy first? Whether that's tweaking your resume to get past the screening software or practicing for that live test interview, you are now equipped to build your next big career move.